very far. Kelso, the race won by Newtown. Boy, I'm afraid, jumped to the left and unseated Danny Cook at the first. So Henry Brook takes over again. He's been on board, of course, and was in the saddle when the pair of them actually beat Tonto's Spirit by a short head. That was back in July. So, interesting then. Tonto's Spirit was just beaten by Nurture. It was only just caught on that day. Could be a battle of tactics here, you know, then. Nature won the valuable Grade 3 over hurdles at Cheltenham last November. And he won 2 of his first 3 starts over fences, and he did go close at Cartmel. As I say, fell at the first, or unseated at the first at Kelso last time out. But they've got history, these two, so it should be a good little battle between the pair of them. Number 4 is Sam Frill for Lucinda Russell and Blair Campbell. Makes his chase debut, and also, of course, his seasonal reappearance as well. He's been a regular up at Hexham in the main, successful over hurdles a few times up there. Sure to have been well schooled. And River Frost for Ben Haslam and Richie McClure. And looking to give the owner, of course, another winner, because JP McManus was responsible for Jollymaker, who won the first race at Southwell earlier today. River Frost, very useful hurdler on his best, rated 1-3-2. Hasn't jumped really well in a couple of starts over fences, though, and that does include at Southwell. But he ran in a decent hurdles race, of course, the Grade 2 at Stand Down behind Colonial Dreams. So he's taken on decent company in the past. But Tonto's Spirit, as I say, did jump well when dominating back over the big obstacles last time out. And he's up against his old rival Nietzsche here. So it'll be a fascinating confrontation between the duo. Runners go down to the start shortly. We'll be back soon with an update on the betting and commentary. And no sooner said than done, and the runners are at the post now for our next visit. Let's have a quick look at the betting. Tonto, it's very tight. Tonto Spirit 7-4, Nietzsche 2s, Sam Frill not without support, 7-2 all the way down to 5-2 for Sam Frill.
This event will start.
And then the outsider on 8-1 is River Frost. But the other 3, not much separating them in the betting. Now these 4 runners, 3 of them
Tonto Spirit 7-4, Nietzsche
standing
2-1,
together.
Sam Frill 5-2, River Frost 8-1.
This event starts in 30 seconds. In 30 seconds. Ten seconds.
So it is 6-4 Tonto Spirit, Nietzsche's 2-1, Sam Frill 3s, and River Frost is 8-1. It is post time, and the other 3 jockeys there taking their mounts over towards Blair Campbell and Sam Frill, just trying to assist Blair with Sam Frill. He's been just a bit of a monkey down there on the far side of the track. Hopefully all 4 will line up in a second. And they're lining up the 4 runners. So fair play to the 3 jockeys there. Assisting Blair Campbell is on Sam Frill. And they're off. Sam Frill has jumped away in last place.
This event is now in play.
Who makes the running. This is the way he normally runs from the front. And this is the Paxton's Best Price Cavernaland and Horse Metal Novices Steeplechase. They go towards the first fence. Over the first fence they go of 13 obstacles. And it's Tonto Spirit, the leader. Nietzsche is to the outside. River Frost, the closest one to the rail in the green jacket, green and yellow hoop jacket. And Sam Frill is alongside. Over the second fence, no problems there for the 4. Going now towards the top of the hill. And as they do so, it is Tonto Spirit from Nietzsche, split by almost 2 lengths. River Frost and Richie McClure ahead of Sam Frill and Blair Campbell. Sanfrul, who's jumping fences today for the first time in public. Winner over hurdles in the past, so now turning into the straight. And the next fence they'll take is the open ditch, and it is Tonto Spirit from Nietzsche. Tonto Spirit, Nietzsche. And back in third place, and a little bit disorganised, River Frost with Sanfrul to the outer for Blair Campbell. 4 runners now coming down the straight towards the Johnny Ridley Plain fence. So Tonto Spirit and Nietzsche, followed by River Frost and Sanfrul, coming through to face up to the last fence on this circuit, with the circuit still in front of them. Tonto Spirit and Conor O'Farrell jumping cleanly ahead of Nietzsche. Produced a really big jump, races keenly for Henry Brook. Is a length and a half down, and the other two together just behind them, River Frost and Sanfrul. Now going into the turn, Tonto Spirit and Nietzsche. They've already met this season. On that occasion, Nietzsche beat Tonto Spirit by a short head at Perth. They're coming now towards the first fence on this full circuit of the track. Tonto Spirit reaching for it. Nietzsche second place. Sanfrul moving ahead of River Frost. And now they go into the back straight. A line of 4 fences to jump over on the far side. Tonto Spirit and Nietzsche going towards this next fence. They're about 5 clear as Sanfrul, who's about 4 ahead of River Frost. First fence down the back is jumped, and there's precious little in it now, going towards the second over on the far side. Tonto Spirit and Nietzsche drawing towards the wings of the second fence on the back straight, and Tonto Spirit a little bit slicker than Nietzsche there. Sanfrul is close in behind in the pale blue jacket. River Frost last of the 4, running to another plain fence. Tonto Spirit really fired into it. Tonto Spirit from Nietzsche. So it's Conor O'Farrell, Tonto Spirit, Nietzsche and Henry Brook heading to the final fence on the far side of the track. Now Tonto Spirit, Nietzsche, Sanfrul in third place, and River Frost just can't go with them, gets outpaced right at the back end of the field. So going towards the top of the hill, they have got 3 fences to jump, and it is Tonto Spirit leading Nietzsche at the third last. About a length between them, with Sanfrul looking rather awkward there, not making a great shape in third, and Sanfrul now losing tabs on the front 2. River Frost tailing off. Top of the straight, less than 3 furlongs to go. Conor O'Farrell, red jacket, Tonto Spirit to the inside of Nietzsche. This is the ditch, the second last. Tonto Spirit reached for it, led just from Nietzsche. They're on the run down the hill to the final quarter of a mile. 1 more fence to jump. These 2 old adversaries coming towards the last fence. Nietzsche and Tonto Spirit stride for stride. This is a repeat of Perth. It is Nietzsche now trying to move on, and Nietzsche does move on by about a length to Tonto Spirit. They're miles clear Sanfrul, less than a furlong to go. Here's the final fence, and it's Nietzsche trying to assert. Tonto Spirit just over a length down. Nietzsche at the final fence. Tonto Spirit is coming back for more, and Tonto Spirit is delivering. Tonto Spirit's hit the front. Nietzsche's coming back, and Tonto Spirit heads up, heads down. It might be Tonto Spirit's day today. Tonto Spirit and Nietzsche clear as Sanfrul and River Frost.
Perth, Nature winning by a short head of Perth on the 30th of July. Tonto Spirit has gained revenge in similar fashion here. There wasn't much in it, but the 11-8 favourite has battled his heart out there under Conor O'Farrell. He looked beaten as Nature had struck the front, but Conor O'Farrell had the wherewithal to come off the rail, come round the back and round the outside of Nature, and then attack again. And then a driving finish. He strikes the front. Nature fights back. But this time it's Tonto Spirit who's held on for a very narrow victory. Cracking race. Everything we anticipated it might be. And it was. But the favourite has just got there. So 11-8 favourite Tonto Spirit. Nietzsche finishing right behind in second place at 2-1. We need though to tidy up the result.